I worked in a call center for a year, and today I'm going to tell you three things that really helped me do my job well. I used to speak with the people of the United Kingdom, and in my job, mostly I used to deal with their queries and any problems they were facing. So, my process it really covered a lot of things, but mostly they used to come to me with a lot of questions and queries, and they used to come with me with complaints. And what I learned talking to them, I'm going to share with you all. The number one thing I would say, and this is one of the most important advice that I can give, is never cut them off. Don't ever try to cut them off. And mostly that is a bad idea, because when you are cutting someone off, I think it could be seen as disrespect. And for example, if you think that you know better, and if you think that in your heart you are thinking that I have something better to offer a person, and that person is getting this particular thing for £100, and I have a similar thing which they could get for £20. But if you cut them off, and you give them your offer, there is a chance they might like what you have to say, but there is a chance that they can take it as disrespect, because when you are cutting someone off, you are disrespecting their intelligence in a way, some of the times. For example, you might think that they want to go at a certain place at, say, 9 o'clock, and you feel that if they go at 8:45 they could get a much better deal. But instead of cutting them off, it's always important to just give them the 9 o'clock deal and the best option for them at 9 o'clock. And later on, once you have done that, you can always add that we have a better offer if you go at a different time with a different price, which could be beneficial for you. But do not cut them off, because you don't know, maybe they have to be at a certain place at 9 o'clock, maybe they need to go at that particular time, and even 5 minutes different can be a very big thing for them. So always, it's mostly healthy to assume that the other person is intelligent and the other person has thought things well before cutting them off. And there are chances that what you are offering could be better, but it's always important to give them the respect, and give them what they want first, and then you can add later on. And if there is a second thing, if there is a chance that you might think that what they are going for is wrong or bad for them, for example, you feel that if they do that, they are going to be in trouble. So instead of just saying that this is bad, it is always preferable to ask them, how about you try and do this instead, because this deal looks better for you. How about you go over there instead of here, because that route looks better for you. So that is a more subtle way of speaking to them and trying to steer them into the right direction, instead of just saying that no, what you're doing is wrong. And the third thing that I learned, which was very beautiful for me, was there were times when I was really tired, and I used to just be tired and hungry or sleepy and whatever. And some person would call, and just because their mood was so nice, and just because they were so positive and sweet, and not just transactional, but actually really focused on the conversation, and really focused on having a connection with me. So when such a person came on call, I used to genuinely feel my own mood elevate. I used to sit like this, but when a good caller used to come, I used to have a smile on my face, and I used to really brighten up. So that was a very big lesson for me, that a person who is far off uh, could have such an impact on me. That was a very big lesson.